Hello everyone. Tonight's talk is about um, a golden nugget of wisdom I received from the famous author Stephen R Covey, who's passed away now, of course, but he wrote Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. Anyways, years ago, about, 10, 15, no, more than that, maybe 20 years ago, I was in a fireside at my church, a fireside speech at my church in Ohio, and he was the guest speaker. And we had a question and answer session at the end, and I raised my hand, and I had asked him. It's been a long time, so I can't remember all the details, but in the forefront of my mind was this nugget of wisdom I had heard either on a podcast or something of his, where he said, "Be thankful for your most difficult child." So I raised my hand and I asked him for clarification on that point, and he goes, "Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. I meant to put that in my next book." I don't know what book it was, but I'm gonna. So he took out a pen and wrote down some notes to remind himself to include that in his next book, and it was all because of me. Uh, anyways, so what he said was, every family probably has the most difficult child, but he said, the most difficult child in the family presents an opportunity for the parents to show to all the children, not just the problem child, all the children, that they are loved unconditionally by how they deal with this child. So, or by how you deal with the child, you can show them that there's a very conditional love, and we won't love you if you don't do what we say. That's none of us want to be that kind of a parent. But I thought that was such a wise thing. And as I have tried to raise my children, or been raising my children, I have one still in the house, and I try to remember that as I help her address her challenges and everything. But to remember that the whole family all the other siblings are watching. And I thought that was so wise. And doesn't mean to say that we have to like what they do all the time. It doesn't say that we can't correct all the time. But how we correct and how we discipline and is vital. Anyways, it's food for thought. And just last night we had some friends over for dinner, and they're uh, struggling with one of their sons, and this topic came up, and I shared this experience, and the wife said, "Oh, I wish I would have known this. I wish you would have told me a year ago. I might have dealt with the problem a little bit differently, but." Yeah, so having raising my last daughter, I have 4 daughters, yeah, our children teach us as much as we teach them in so many ways. It's presenting us with challenges, and we have to think on our feet. And but if we do it with love, and even where we're doing correction and disciplining, it's with love, not anger or emotion. We have to believe that in the end, you're going to be things are going to be all right. Yeah. All is well. Yeah. So Rome wasn't built in one day, and a child won't grow up in one day, and even us as parents won't be perfect parents in one day, but as we slowly try to apply these principles, I think we're going to be really pleased with the results. And you don't want to create an environment. I believe, no matter what they do, you do not want to create an environment where they at home where they do not want to be there, where there's not love in the home, where anyways, so I don't know if I'm being successful at it at all, but that's what I believe, and I'm sticking to it. I wish us all well in the raising of our most difficult child, and we love them the same as all our children. And as I said, there's probably a lesson in there for the parent as well. So, anyways, think about that and give me any comments at your successes and failures and thoughts and hopes and dreams. Anyways, thank you so much. Bye-bye.